everyone to week 6. This week we're continuing our discussion about performances, and this week we will focus on one playwright in particular. His name is William Shakespeare. Now, before you panic, you should know that we're focusing on performances, not his writing, but his work performed on the stage or in film. So hopefully that makes his work a little bit easier to approach. Now, obviously, I want you to go through the introduction, the readings. I did want to point out to you that there is a little bit about Elizabethan English in the lesson. However, there is a good detailed discussion about iambic pentameter in lesson 3. So if you are confused, please reread that lecture. However, just know that you don't fully need to understand the poetic sound of iambic pentameter in order to enjoy and understand the performances. So don't get too bogged down by the way things are said. Just enjoy the performances themselves. So like I just said, it's really important for you to watch a performance instead of just read his words on a page, because he really is meant to be experienced. His work isn't meant to be read, it's meant to be seen. Now, the sonnets, of course, are a different entity altogether, but his actual plays are meant to be seen, and that's what we're going to do today. Now, the versions of Shakespeare that we're going to be watching are contemporary productions. Contemporary productions are often different sorts of takes on the original text. So, for example, you're going to be reading, the first one you'll be reading would be Macbeth. All right. And so if you think about the witches within Macbeth, generally people think of the witches in Macbeth are as typical witches, older, dressed in witch gear over a cauldron. However, in this particular version, the witches are nuns, okay? And so the actual performance takes place in a 20th century imagined militaristic society. So let me go and show you the performance a little bit that you'll be reading, that you'll be experiencing today. The play is from Alexander Street, and the film is actually a filmed version of Macbeth, and it is a modern imagining of the play. So let me start it. As you can see, it's a little interesting, but I wanted to show you that on the right-hand side, you're going to see the script. And what's interesting about that is that you can click on lines from the script, and that will bring the film to that line. So let me try it out here.
People cold, Norway himself with terrible numbers.
All right, and I'm going to bring it again over here. Let's take a look at these witches.
Thane of Glamis. All hail, Macbeth. Hail to thee, Thane.
So I hope you enjoy this production. That's one of the plays that you can choose to watch this week. The other play that you can choose to watch this week is called Taming of the Shrew. Now, Taming of the Shrew is basically, I think you've already seen it before, actually. If you've seen 10 Things I Hate About You, you have watched Taming of the Shrew, basically. There's a little bit of differences between the film and the actual original version, but you've seen Taming of the Shrew. Now, the production that you're going to see this week, if you choose, is the 2019 version. And what happens is, in this version, instead of having a female Catherine, Catherine is male. And so basically what the show does is it has all the female characters play male roles and all the male characters played by females. So let's go ahead and pull that up now. It works much the same way as Macbeth in terms of you're going to see the script to your right, you're going to have the play to your left. So I'm going to go ahead and start so you can see what it looks like. And then I'm going to click on a line. So this isn't actually a film. It is a production, but it is a high quality production.
I know you well and love you well.
This right here is Catherine. Okay, so he's played by a male.
I pray you, mother, is it your will to make a stale of me among...
Okay, and then Bianco is also Bianca in the original
Brother,
version.
content you in my discontent.
So anyway, so these are actually female characters in the original production, but they're played by men, and they're meant to be men in this version, which is kind of funny. And then, so basically, as you move through, hopefully you enjoy it. It is kind of a fun play.
Law makes us friends.
So anyway, you can choose to watch that this week. Hopefully you enjoy that one. And then the last one, people don't often choose this one, but I think it's a fun version. So maybe you'll choose to watch this one as well. It is Shakespeare's Richard III. And so I have a little bit of the background here, but also there's a 2022 version of Richard III. And what's interesting about this version, again, you can see the lines on the right and the production is on the left, and it is an actual play version.
Buried.
But this is Richard III. And what's interesting about how the actor plays him, Richard III, is that it's kind of like a humorous undertone. So it's almost comedic in terms of how he presents Richard III. And what's interesting about that too is that it makes him, although obviously he's an evil character, he's an evil character that you love to hate. So I'm going to, again, pull up a line.
Inductions dangerous. Through drunken prophecies, libels. Oh, belike his majesty hath some intent that...
So again, when you get confused, just click on the line and you'll see it in the performance. Hopefully you will enjoy the performances this week. I'm excited, and I know your instructor is excited as well about discussing the performances with you. Remember, you only have to watch one production. You don't have to watch all of them. And then when you discuss your performance in the discussions, you do not have to post to all three threads. You just choose one. You choose the one of the play or the production that you actually experienced this week. All right. Well, that's it. I hope you enjoy the productions. I hope you enjoy the discussions, and I'll see you next time. Bye.